power, man. You already said it, but with Mel and Jace together, that can create such a dire dance around objectives if Lyon isn't ready. And the final pick of the draft here for Lyon will be the Tristana for Berserker.
Of each is BLG immediately start to step forward when to spot it where Inspired is.
Global power rankings up there at the top. BLG ranked at number 1, Lyon ranked at number 16. So bit of a gap between. Dokla finds the knock up there with the third in Tofo strike, but he misses the Pathmaker for the follow-up CC. Inspired's made his way into the fight now. Bin trying to figure some sort of a move out here. Inspired needs a little bit more damage though. Bin getting away for now, but no sir, first blood.
Inspired getting active in the early stage, but they interrupt on.
Now down in the bottom lane. Yeah, we got some trouble here for Isles. 150 HP left. On also very low. Isles dies first. On dies second. He tries to flash to get away from it, but it ain't gonna work. Viper down to 200 HP as Berserker is still firing. Another solar snare lands, and it's a double kill back over to Viper. When the bottom lane mage gets fed, it means two things. It means one, you're also going to be, hold on, Isles goes back in for the taunt as now Lyon is going to full send it here for the 2v2 on very low. The explosive charge about to detonate. Berserker jumps in and he's already found the first kill. Viper under pressure. Berserker bloodthirsty and he shuts down Viper. It's a 2-0 in the bottom.
And they get the turnaround.
Okay, back to live though. Knight making a play up here into the top side. Dokla under pressure. Isles coming in looking to save his top laner, but he can't quite do it. Isles with the taunt underneath the turret. Shun trying to flash away, but the turret is heated up. Lyon making a 1-for-1. And Saint and Inspired have arrived.
We'll have to see what the plan is, because 3 members of BLG on this top side, and Dokla trying to step away.
Yep, Bin jumps in immediately to the skies, but Dokla tries to turn it around here a little bit. Shun has already showed up, Inspired nearby. Hook shot over the wall coming in from On. Dokla tries to go all out, but it ain't gonna work. Inspired staying alive for now. Dragon's Rage back through 3. Lands another Sonic Wave. Resonating Strike to follow it up. Berserker is here. Shun continues retreating. On. Trying to get enough space here for himself. Has the explosive.
Moving people around the map, making sure you're able to use the advantages. But hold on, Saint has been caught in the mid lane.
Yeah, Saint caught in the Hextech ultimatum, but now his team's gonna back him up. It's Isles and Inspired with a beautiful Dragon's Rage! Knight taking a knee!
Looking at a dive on this bottom side now. Tristana moving down, Inspired there, Shenult available.
Okay, Dokla finds the third in Tofo strike, but again, the Pathmaker not quite where he wants it. Goes for the all-out, but a nice flash away from Bin. Dokla very low, has to flash back away. Dokla stays alive thanks to Stand United. Taking the second tower in bottom lane.
It's the Void Group Tristana you were talking about. Like, it. Oh, hang on,
oh, that blink and you'll miss it. Shun on.
They have control on that top side and they want this tower.
Yeah, Knight's gonna take that third plate immediately. On trying to continue to supply the pressure here. Dokla hits him with a third in Tofo strike. Hextech ultimatum to try to stay alive, but On!
And it is really kind of shut down what BLG wanted to do, but
oh, that's exactly what BLG wanted to do! They make their move. It's a 1-2 punch from On and Shun to set it up, and Viper knocks it down. The fed Tristana eats dirt, and BLG are looking to snowball it into more. It's a 4-man death ball down mid lane. Isles goes in, finds the taunt flash, right back onto On. They need more damage though as he flies back in. Saint's already killed him.
That support, because we just saw if On is able to make the play what happens, but here's the gank top.
Yep, it's BLG again looking to make the first move. Dokla goes all out, tries to put some pain back into Bin, but there's so much damage. Knight takes him down.
Potential for Dokla to look for some sort of TP play if they do overextend. Like, you can even see him backing off vision there.
Isles with the taunt flash. They immediately go in. They found Viper. That is a massive pick.
On wants more here, though. We've seen Lyon step away.
Yeah, On looking for the opportunity to maybe get a counterplay. Saint is down to 1/3 health and no mana. Dokla's juggling On around though, goes all out. If you end up getting engaged on by a Camille and an Actualizer Rise, I don't know if it's actually going to be enough to help you. Berserker already popping the flash, trying to get himself away as Big Doke's going to get bursted very, very low. Executed by the Golden Eclipse. Lyon trying to get away for now as Berserker's in a little bit of danger. Does taunt up Shun. Has now the route down onto Inspired. He's in a little bit of danger here. Viper firing back. Inspired looks for a little bit more, but he's going to be knocked out of the Guardian Angel. Now the dive right back onto Saint. Isles and Saint in some danger. Bin for the kill onto Isles. BLG, they're so damn good. Lyon are eviscerated 5-0. For so long, it's going to come down to one big fight. And for BLG, it won't get any more extreme than a 5-0 that will end this game right here, right now. BLG, 32 minutes in, takes game 1.
and it just feels so frustrating because I feel like 90% of the game.
This, yeah.
I mean, look at the goal graph. They were doing great, and then it's just one mistake. That's all you get against a team like BLG.
Because Nefiri dives, but she usually dives the very back line. Gnar dives in, and he kind of mega Gnars everyone. And Seraphine's going to send the Encore straight through that. But the answer from Lyon is Pike. Wander slightly into the enemy jungle a little bit, but Isle's going to see him come and go ahead, back away on this one. Checking summoner spells and everything, all seems to be pretty normal. Important to note, though, since Berserker is on the Ziggs, taking the teleport in the bottom lane, that Shun is going to come around from the side, though. Saint, you okay, brother? First Dark and Dagger already hits. Shun continuing the chase. Saint on the run. Inspired trying to kill off his wolf to get down here. Saint escapes, but he has to flash to do it. Now Inspired has showed up. Slams him into the wall here with Ishtal's impact. Shun still trying to get away here on the Nefiri. Does not have the flash. It's first blood over to On, who rotates first. And it's BLG. But then saving his own teammate. Ben's going in for the auto attack. It's a solo kill. So now his pressure's also not going to get much. Downtown arrow coming in from Viper. Shun's there, Knight's there. Saint is out of there as the kill goes over to Knight. Yeah, Knight going in after Saint here, continuing to just put damage into that health bar here with the clockwork. Wind up, one more hit would have got him. Saint stays alive from drinking the potion as On is about to die down here in the bottom lane. Berserker takes him out as Inspired arrives. Fight for Inspired, very cheap item, very powerful. As Isles does find a nice pull onto On here in the mid lane. Gravity Field's going to stun him off, but a nice shockwave coming in from Knight to turn things right back around. Saint is down and Knight is on a killing spree. The golden left hand. This is BLG dominating the early game here in game number 2. Saint gets away for now, does evade that last hit from the
TP
ball.
behind.
TP coming in, Lyon trying to make some kind of a play. Mega Inferno Bomb, not a whole lot of value there, as now we're going to see BLG look to maybe try to turn it around, but no, nice shutdown going over to Saint, as he now has to escape. Ben arrives here with the TP, trying to get something back. It's BLG here in a 4v5 as Inspired grabs 2 with the Impale. Lots of damage on the BLG. Inspired might have died, but BLG is collapsing. Shun has to try to flash away, but Dokla's already killed him. Ben's the last man standing. Lyon just got 4 for 1, a massive play. Saint, what the hell? What?
Now, like, want to try and contest.
Yep. Lyon trying to move up, challenge BLG here at the Rift Herald. Mega Inferno Bomb finds damage only onto On. As the Herald is secured by Inspired, On gonna be careful. No, he's caught in the gravity field. On is about to die here to the Arcane Storm. Saint grabs the first kill. Isles looking to make it a second here tonight, but instead he is punished. It's a 1-for-1 trade, support for support. Battle Herald is already engaged. Shun goes over the wall with a massive shockwave. Shun kills 2. Lyon, they lost track of Knight and Shun. And now Knight trying to get away here with 100 HP. Viper's got him slowed. Protoplasm Harness ain't gonna do it this time, as Inspired is about to fall, and Lyon overplay their hand.
They jump onto the remaining members of Lyon. Has been whiffs on the Mega Gnar, but here's the support.
Okay, right back into Mininar. The timing is nice here. Uses the hop to get over Dokla, but now Dokla could be in a little bit of danger. Isles still trying to find the kill here. Ben's 1v2ing. They gotta bring in a third man. Lyon, they do manage to get their kill, but that was so sketchy.
It may still be, as here comes Shun.
Yeah, Shun wants to try to clean up whatever's left down here. Isles and Dokla getting themselves away, but now Berserker, that Ziggs that you were talking about, the point of power for Lyon. It makes it happen. Now an arrow flying into the top side. Saint sidesteps it. Knight staying alive for now. He tried to flash behind the Impale, but the AoE goes to the side. It still catches him.
Lyon's starting to move across towards this mid lane as well, so you can see On and Shun trying to move here to protect Viper on the mid lane tower as Inspired goes in.
Yeah, Inspired tries to tunnel through the wall, but Shun's still okay for now. However, a lot of pressure still coming in. BLG bring Viper into the fight. Shun tries to get a bit more damage, but no, he's going to be shut down by Saint. Now Viper dies too. Lyon's finding even more as On tries to get away, but no! The power siphon! BLG are going to have to make sure they're giving Lyon the respect they're due, but the Impale's already there. The Mega Inferno Bomb on! He doesn't get hit by death from below. Isles critically misses the ulti, and now Lyon's going to try to run, but Inspired's already been killed.
So much is still available, including the arrow in a couple of seconds.
All right, On is very low with HP. Keep that one in mind, but he's got a lot of shields, a lot of healing. Lyon trying to stop this. Berserker over the wall with the AoE damage. Arrow's not going to find a target here. Bouncing bomb still looking. Public execution again, going to miss. Bin goes in for a 3-man Meganar. Tosses 3 of them back, but Dokla's already killed Viper. Saint falls now. Shun barely staying alive, but he is executed by the Baron and Berserker. As Lyon now, they don't want to allow BLG soul point. That could complicate things here in the future, so they've got to try to find some sort of an angle as this Drake is about to spawn. Dokla teleporting in, has the empowered shield ready to go, but the Drake has already begun by BLG. They've got it down to half HP. Bin is about to die. Gets over the wall, stays safe for now, stays alive. Inspired jump into the pit, but no, it's Shun getting the credit. Dokla's going to be taken low by Bin. Meanwhile, over here with the junglers, both on the front line, both down to about half HP. Dokla's already been killed by Bin. Inspired here with the Impale. Finds the kill into Viper, but a nice shockwave coming back from Knight to make sure Inspired falls too. Everybody on Lyon trying to scatter, but no, it's BLG. Have already evacuated the area. Isles trying to look for some sort of a chance here at a Bone Skewer. Shun jumps back in. Inspired on the front line, but he's got to be careful. Taking a lot of damage there from Viper and Ban over the wall. Inspired! He's too far forward. BLG have already found their first kill. Make Berserker number 2. Saints about to be 3. Shun falls, but BLG will avenge him in style. Isles the only man left again. Knight with a flash forward. He wants the full ace, and by God, 1,000 gold. Enchanted Crystal Arrow not going to find a target there as Shun goes in with a Hound's Pursuit. He just wants to kill Isles. He's bleeding him down with the Darkened Daggers. He gets the kill. Shun's a 1-for-1 trade on that one. Just a full send out of the BLG jungler. Slowing down Dokla. They've got the enemy Ambessa down to half HP. Nice sidestep of the boulder there from Inspire, but Bin goes in for the Mega Gnar, only onto the enemy tank. BLG continuing their retreat now as everybody from Lyon has showed up. Isles jumps in straight to his own demise. Inspired now trying to continue his retreat as On flashes away from the Arcane Storm. Bin already had to trigger his Sterax. So he's low, but he's continually getting healed up by On, and Shun has now rejoined the fray. The Darkened Daggers fly, and Lyon's about to die. Shun and the rest of BLG continually charge forward. Saint has to try to get himself away, but the flash won't save him. Inspired dies next.
Some big swings in the team fights, thanks to Knight on the Orianna, and his line watching their Nexus crumble.
Knight will remain undefeated on that Orianna here in 2026. BLG will move to match point with an 11,000 gold lead, taking out Lyon in game 2.
On the Seraphine was getting phenomenal ults this game.
Yeah, and with compositions like these, again, they're just so comfortable executing these. They're communicating very, very well around fights.
That one, and okay, we're not going to go with a Meteor Meatball.
No.
We are going to go with Zahen in the top lane for Dokla.
Yeah, Shiny Zinzao going to be going to the top lane, and I don't think this is the best of matchups so far.
They've given BLG a fight, but it's BLG both times so far triumphant.
It's also very strong in these early levels if you want to look for the potential dueling. Especially as you look towards Vi on her camps. And this is what we were talking about, right? Like the early presence from this Renekton is so strong as Saint.
Oh, Saint flashes forward. He wants to get the solo kill tonight. The poison will not be. It is! The first blood goes over to Saint.
Getting the kill onto the Ahri.
That was huge coming out from Saint, but now he has no flash to try to get away. He hangs around too long. Shun ends up taking the kill. As On goes on a magical journey through the wall.
But have they lost him?
Yep, Inspired's already down here on the bottom side of the map. Viper's trying to get away. Plenty of damage, but not quite enough just yet. Viper staying alive for now. You gotta be kidding me. BLG keep their AD carry alive. Inspired still on the hunt. Viper still on the run. As now they turn their attention over to On instead. Saint has made his way into the fight. Viper takes a kill though as he brings Inspired down with them.
These moments to get vision for a Bane, but
there's your wombo combo. Shun and Knight going in after Saint. He tries to use the petrifying gaze, but Knight predicts it. Dokla's in some danger. Already stunned up there with a Ruthless Predator. Has to use the Grim Deliverance defensively, trying to get himself away as Inspired goes in for the dive here yet again, looking for the move onto Viper. Plenty of damage coming out. It was Knight, excuse me.
to cover the map.
Inspired going in after Bin though, trying to make the play on the BLG top laner who pops the dominance nice and early. They want to try to get Saint's petrifying gaze, but Bin had already turned around in time. He's chasing after Inspired. Who's hunting whom here in this play as Bin has to continue his retreat now the Berserker has showed up, and Inspired working together with his team, setting the kill up for Berserker. Down in the bottom lane, Dokla's gonna die here too. It's a requiem for top laners. That summoner spell at least feel good for him there. BLG also securing the Drake during that top laner and turret exchange, as now Inspired finds himself in a whole world of hurt. Viper's ready to join on, and Shun.
Ryan, I think you just play this slow and don't give too much, but that may not be the call here as they move to the top lane.
Oh, Shun's gonna face check the brush, and as soon as he does, he's got the entire squad waiting for him. Oh, Dokla, this might not be a very nice place to be. Shun and Bin over the wall, going right in after Big Dokes. He does not have the flash. He does not have level 16 himself. As Inspired jumps in after Bin. He's got help on the way, but Bin's trying to turn this one around real quick. Slice and dice back over the wall as Berserker now gonna get ulted by Shun, but a nice spell shield from Berserker makes sure that it's not gonna save Bin's life. Shun with just Viper and Shun. Meanwhile, Inspired making the play over here in the mid lane. Flash over the wall comes out from Knight, keeping himself safe and alive for now, but On can't say the same. Tempered Fate was not back off a cooldown. Lyon with a full send, the 5-man dive here in the mid lane to take out the enemy support, take out the enemy tier 1 turret. Meanwhile, BLG, they secure the Baron, getting value out of the Baron immediately.
But basically saying, yeah, we don't care about this dragon. So 2 dragons in a row, they disappear. But it's Dokla who has to use that Grim Deliverance to get over the wall. The TP now in behind from Lyon.
Yep, Inspired face checking the brush here with a spell shield. Inspired taking it out immediately, but Shun's gonna die right beside him. Depth charge onto Knight, Twin Fangs landing, and that's both of them. Guardian Angel now also available for Berserker. It's 4 GAs on the map. It's Lyon starting up the Baron. Dokla and Inspired both down to about half HP. Dokla goes over the wall, trying to interfere with Shun, who goes in, tries to get something back, wants to be able to find some sort of a steal. The Baron down to 2,500. Bin's now into the pit too, as Dokla's going to be forced into the resurrection. Inspired secures the Baron, but BLG is still fighting. Shun goes back over the wall. Lyon has surrounded Bin. They knock him into the resurrection, and Knight is killed off first. The GAs are popping all over the place as Bin comes back to life, and now Inspired's going to be in some danger. He's cut down with a slice and dice, but it costs Bin's life. Many GAs there in the fight.
All you need to know is that his Shun doesn't have one, and that's the TP. They want to try and find Shun in his own jungle.
Saint trying to cut him off here. The Twin Fangs do so much damage. Shun wants to try to sidestep it. The Vault Breaker over the wall, but Saint's ready here with a flash. A little bit more damage does it. Saint goes on a rampage. It's 3-3 on the Drakes. This one must be the soul for one of the 2 squads here. Lyon with aggro on the Drake right now, but they're not trying to do a lot of DPS here just yet. True Shot Barrage flies through. Paranoia already going to be popped here as Dokla's in the middle of the pit, trying to find an angle here. Shun's going to be your first target. He tries to get away through the wall here with a Vault Breaker. Tempered Fate down on the Drake, trying to buy a little bit more time as Dokla's about to die, and Knight finds the kill. Lion's still looking to fight for the objective. They take the soul, but BLG's still looking to take the fight. Inspired has already fallen. Bin getting himself away just barely. And yet again, it is BLG finding the fight, the ace. When it comes down to it, when all the chips are on the table, when it all comes down to one final fight, it's BLG again and again, and now for a 3rd time again, proving their superiority. They will clean sweep Lyon 3-0.
In what an absurd fashion.
The team fight that I think BLG really wanted out of him, where he's just absolutely unkillable. We kept looking at the score lines. At one point, he was 3K up, despite the fact that I think he was 1-2-0.
Of Sion's tankiness. So I do like what T1 has done here. And I mean, I don't really think they might just flex the Cassio bot. Yeah, they're flexing the Cassio bot once again, which is just
very quickly be taken out of your attack. Have a look at where the junglers are starting. Looks like it's going to be top side for both. Vision placed down. Tatu able to clear it out with that passive from the Lee Sin. He could play one every day for a year, taking a month worth of holiday. As we see a massive engage down towards the bottom side. Jojo having to flash away the pillar, not catching him out on the wrong side. But with a flash, Chomp Owner will get it. Takes a tower shot though as Tatu looks for the trade. Will get a 1-for-1. Keria trying to retreat. A Noxious Blast catches him out as Are You low on mana, can't land the Twin Fangs. But Tatu follows up for the double.
Yeah, so Owner will be set back a little bit, and here comes Keria just swooping into the bot lane.
You has to flash, but Keria, Precision Protocol into a Dark Sphere is enough.
His own life, and we're going to come out to another fight.
Jordan getting hit here by Tatu in the flash in from Guigo, enough to get Tatu on a killing spree on this Lee Sin. Jojo has just recalled, opened up through mid as well though, so it's going to be about 10 seconds before he can come here. Tatu about 5 seconds ahead of his support, has started up the Drake. Keria spotted out with a Noxious Blast. Twin Fangs starting to put their venom into the back of that Camille support, who jumps away. The miasma grounding,
Yeah,
not
no
quite
flash,
there
he's
in
dead.
time, but he's got no flash and no place to go, nowhere to call home, as Carrier feels the sting of the Twin Fangs.
Maybe contest this as a level 4 rel because Tatu is on a cliff. So Tatu would love to fight.
Tatu goes in. Jojo here as well. TP from Guigo as well as Carrier looks for it. The shockwave's going to land on 2 though, and you just can't give Faker this Orianna. The shockwave pulls them back and Pays secures the second. Guigo now in for a world of hurt. He's in the belly of the beast and he can't find a way out. A double for Pays. Pays has to flash away from the Noxious Blast. Tatu goes in with the Dragon's Edge kick, knocks Carrier back, who flashes the wall. Tatu's trying to flash the chase. Owner there to try and protect his support, but he can't do it. And now Owner's on the wrong side of the wall, and those Fangs are sinking in. Rift Herald is on the map, and I feel like where T1 want to form the next battle lines as Jojo goes forward, crashes down, does get a good 2-man stun. Dragon's Rage kick lands a double knocker, but there's no one here to follow up really for Furia. Tatu jumps back in, Pillar comes out, Unstoppable Onslaught onto the backline, but the rest of Furia just can't get into the fight. Guigo is done for, so deep in. Furia have to retreat as T1 take 2 more.
If I'm wrong, I'm going to get ripped apart here. So I hope chat is spamming the correct name for this, as they're going for Carrier, actually.
Yeah, but Carrier sidestep's good enough just to walk away from this. Not much for Furia to play around as the shockwave goes down. Faker trying to chase out Toots. Good flash and kick back onto Pays, and with the Fangs coming in, Pays will fall. Tatu trying to survive, but Carrier, and they landed safely, but without the prize that they were looking for, as Carrier goes with a flash onto Toots here. Owner there as well with a shockwave across the wall. Toots is going to flash the wall, but the ignite enough to kill him. Alongside that subjugate, and now Tatu, Jojo, and IU are on the run. I think Ocean Soul on the horizon now. The LCK number 2 seed as Jojo steps forward. The heal comes out, but look at the damage. Unstoppable Onslaught available. Tatu forced to dash away with the safeguard. Jojo being kept at bay by Pays, and Guigo's in the middle of 4 right now. Needs the rest of his team really to be able to catch up. Carrier dives in with a Hexagon ultimatum. Guigo down to half HP. Toots getting forced away by the enemy support, and Owner's there to help out his bot lane. Faker kills Guigo. And in the end, it was try and try again for Furia, but T1 were having none of it.
The team fight spacing there for T1 was very nice as Pays just easily escapes the clutches of Jojo.
If they had a little bit more damage, it would be enough, as Carrier does fall to close it out. Tatu comes out, hits the Sonic Wave onto Faker. IU gets locked against the pillar, and a good double dodge of the Petrifying Gaze. Still some damage coming out from IU, but Owner very happy to tank it up. T1 looking for the kills on the fountain. They'll take Tatu, and for dessert, they'll take the Nexus. 1-0, T1.
Not very surprising that T1's able to take down game 1. A little surprising, I think, that Furia was able to make it so difficult for them, but
I did appreciate the fact that he was trying, right? He was trying to get IU ahead. I did like some of their early moves around the bot lane, but yeah, this was just, look at that Jace damage.
it also puts Guigo right where he has been for most of the split, kind of weak side top, and then lets him play through the jungle. There it is.
Carrier 100% win rate on this Lux, this split. No real surprises there. The Caitlyn is at least good vision placed though towards the Razorbeak, spots out Owner on that side of the map. Looks like he is going to clear it from top to bot. Toots trading with Faker, stunned up by the disintegrate, and people do it anyway.
It's true. It's more to deny the other team from getting the grubs.
Final spike onto RU. He's going to flash away from the Calyx, and Owner now needs to flag and drag. But with the TP behind him, Furia with the World Ender. Tatu looking to clip Owner's wings and will do so. Gold, but instead he just backs away. Hold of the Forge God from Guigo. We'll get the knockup, looking for the Brittle as well, but with the Flame Spitter coming out, he has to flash away. Doran just dies to the tower. I think he... Yeah. Ooh. Wow. The Light Lightning coming out immediately. Snapchat there as well. Tatu, still the ace in the hole, will get vision.
The champion and the player that Pays is not good for Furia.
No, it's also in his name. He always gets pazed. So he's going to dodge to the side of Jojo here. Heal has to be used. It's a 4v2. Final spark clips his heels, and now Tatu needs to deal with Owner. Toots trying to go in with the Spirit Rush. Will get one and manages to get away with the second charge. World Ender out from Tatu, running away from his teammates though, as perhaps he can dash across the wall in time. Darking Glaive. It's the Q3. This Caitlyn and how much they facilitate him to get so far ahead in the game. as the Call of the Forge God is invested.
No flash.
Furia with a light binding, as you say, no flash, and there's the follow-up true shot barrage.
Play on the back foot as Tatu is looking top lane onto Faker.
Tatu's on his way across, as you say. Toots going in with the Spirit Rush. Tibbers doesn't connect. Spirit Rush away from it. Toots, the charm, the flash away. TP coming in as T1 try to defend. Their enigmatic mid laner, Equalizer down, flash. Flame Spitter are not enough, but the final spark again won't quite take him. It's the upgraded Chainmail Spacers. A far side alteration finds the ace. And the Ari in the hole, a Cataclysm down from Ono as Jojo tries to get out with the Mikhails.
It's kind of lining up that way with how accelerated he is.
He is the Penta Prince as well. I think he's at 15 so far throughout his career, if I remember the numbers correctly, as the Call of the Forge God praying
Did he just...
to the gods to try and find their mark, but Doran with the fancy feet just dodges to the side. Doran! He survives the scrap shield in the end. He will fall, but Doran
with the trap line
on the Baron. Trap line down, as you say. Lucent binding, light binding coming out as well with the Lucent Singularity onto Ayu. It looks like T1 are going to pull off it for a second as Pace begins to chip away at those health bars. They'll pull off even further. Toots goes in. There's the charm. Dodges away with the Spirit Rush 2. Tempered Fate goes between the uprights, but Gigo goes forward. Pays backing away. And now with the Equalizer dying, the battle lines have been drawn. Ona jumps over them. The Call of the Forge God coming out as well as Gigo is so low. Ona down to half HP. A magical journey out for Gigo gets him to safety, but the re-engage from Ona is enough onto Toots. Tatu having to dash across the wall as well, but Pays is flashing forward as he wants more blood for the Blood God. In the end, T1 will just take 2 up through the bottom lane. Ona trying to make sure that Furia don't have 2 lanes to play through, because Toots is currently playing through 2 of them. Cosmic Binding as he Cataclysms, but with a Flang and Drag, he should be able to get to his defensive line. Tempered Fate out. Toots coming across as well. T1, so a few little skirmishes as the charm doesn't connect. Teleport out as well as Toots dashes across the wall, but Tatu is done for. Doran stepping forward onto Ayu. Won't be able to take the kill, but a final spark, the final breath that Ayu breathes as Furia
would be able to just fly in with his Cataclysm.
Pays
is the man to watch.
Traps going down, as you say, Pays the man to watch on the back line. Equalizer on that front line, forcing Gigo away. Good smite from Tatu, will secure it. Charm onto Ona, but already Gigo is just burned to a crisp. Jojo takes the kill, but T1 now can step up as 4. They'll chase the bot lane of Furia down towards their usual home, and they will make it into a tomb. Jojo able to escape. Ayu does not do the same. An ace in the hole for Jojo. No stand to save him as T1 clean up the fight. Rabbit-like than the rest. Call of the Forge God coming in. They'll look for Carrier, Faker, and Pays. They land the knock of a Molten Shield onto Pays. But Gigo is just by himself, man. Jojo trying to chase up with the Tempered Fate. Gigo now having to retreat. The Equalizer on the backline as well, forcing Furia away. And even with the charm landing onto Ona, Baker has had enough of this game. Flash Tibbers onto Jojo. He'll flash away. Pays goes legendary. Add 1 more to his name, as Toots, Ayu, and Tatu can do nothing while T1 push through bot side.
That would have been the pentakill angle, but Doran took the kill on the Bard. So now I feel like they're just going to use the Super Minion wave and try and end the game.
Carrier flashing forward with that Lucent Singularity. Pays tanking the tower, because why not? You might as well. The second Nexus tower should be pretty done for. Razed to the ground by T1. As although Furia raised the hopes of the CBLOL for a little while, T1 put them back into the ground. A 10K lead in 29 minutes. T1 will take us to match point.
Pays is shut down at the end to end his perfect scoreline, but that's just a formality. It didn't look fair. Pays' Caitlyn Lux just doesn't look fair.
It just feels awful.
And I will say, Ox, sometimes in the LCK broadcast, you guys like to bring up the T1 circus. And sometimes I'm annoyed. I'm like, we are wiping away perfectly legitimate criticisms for T1 right now with this T1 circus talk. This was the T1 circus. I will take nothing from this game. They were so dominant. Was it goofy?
No, I don't think you do.
No.
It will be Nasa's carry, actually.
Senna support, okay.
Senna Seraphine, though, just really sit back, have even more stuff to shoot through the Nasus. There we go. It's a classic scaling lane. There's a lot of scaling on Furia. The way that you beat Nasus, as I've heard, is you invade it.
Because it's...
Someone's got to talk to Benji on Games of Legends
Games of Legends, because there is a 5th, obviously, with Tatu having played it in their finals. It's the second time we've ever seen Nasus jungle ever internationally. Joe.
They're on their own.
Yeah, Ona on the way. Hayes stepping forward, Carrier with the tank handshake, has the bailout still, will put it on himself, trying to come back. Won't come back in time, first blood.
Okay.
Over to Furia, they'll get a ton of damage onto Ona as well, but Ayu did fall. I feel a Weaver's Wall and a dive is about to materialize.
Yeah, they're thinking about it, but I mean, Toots is behind them waiting for the counter gank, and Nasus is kind of waiting to counter.
There's the Weaver's Wall, good double beat drop, handshake onto Ayu. Carrier goes into the bailout, but they don't get him back in time, so Ayu makes it a 1-for-1 so far. Toots coming in from the side as well, goes between worlds, and Faker is on the wrong side of that tower. Furia get 2 for 1.
I mean, Sen is trapped under the turret, really denied in this game, so trying to deny the rest of the map here is what T1's doing.
Second strike going out. Ona should have the smite. Gets it between worlds we go. Gigo, though, with the Gnar, knocks back Carrier. Carrier still has that flash. The Dawning Shadow flashed away from Ona, dies. In the midst of Furia, T1 still have a 4v4 here. The center's still down in that bottom lane, but a good wallop onto Doran. The bailout on him as well, but there's no one low enough for Doran to be brought back to life. Pay's gonna fall to a beat drop. And now the chase perhaps continues as Toots flashes the wall and sends Carrier to the afterlife.
They're going to be coming in from behind.
Tartu jumps across the wall, Carrier there. No flash here, but they do have the Fate's Call. They'll use it early. Manages to land the handshake onto the backline. Dawning Shadow on Gigo, not enough. Tartu flashes over the hostile takeover, still gets the siphoning strike. There's the beat dropping around him. T1 are dropping like flies. Pays only has cleanse. No flash for him as they turn their attentions over to Jojo. Pays able to dance out of the back of it and cleanses away the Wither, and now with the Ren, the Nasus.
A lot of damage being put out by the Nasus, but this is really, you're channeling everything through him. They have to send a Seraphine. He needs to walk in front of them and just try and move up here, but there's a lot of CC and burst that he's got to be respectful of. Looking for a fight here.
Ona just holding on to that ball breaker. Doran on the top side, though, isolated by Toots, dodges away from the chain of corruption. Cease and desist from Ona, but now he's in the middle of the enemy team as Toots is getting chased out by Doran, but he dashes, and with the Dawning Shadow, even the bailout can't save you. So Furia will gain control around the Dragon Pit for now, but there's a control ward in the back of the pit, and you can see Ona coming in from the bottom side as well. No chain of corruption available. Good damage from the Weirding from Tuts. Fate's Call used as well. The Weaver's Wall will split Furia in two, but a great between worlds as they dive forward. The Encore, though, doing a huge amount of work as Ayu's able to kill off Carrier. Tartu trying to open up on Ona, but with Doran there, Tartu can't stay close enough. Gigo comes alive and finds a kill. And now it's all on Tartu and Toots. The flash away is not going to be enough to save T1. Doran, though, turning it around. The Gnar, the wallop, Faker here from the side. Dreaded volley, not enough. Faker, the Drake is on Furia's side, and Faker. Between the two teams, 1.7k lead for Pays, but Toots on this Aurora, 5-1-5 as the tower goes down in the mid lane, and Ayu's a little bit too deep. Ona dives in on the back line, though, with the between worlds. Toots is doing a lot of work. Faker has no flash from that last fight, and here comes the Kane. Tartu takes him. Doran and Payne's answer with one in response. In the end, a 2 for 2. Tartu now, is it Scuttle Crab, is it Baron? Doran has TP, he's in the bot side. Toots is going to answer with also has a TP of his own. Pays steps forward, Fate's Call, they'll dive onto Ayu again. The charm through the Encore still finds onto Pays. Toots did TP in, Tartu is low, and that ultimate about to expire. Fury of the stands, well, Fury for Furia it seems, as T1 close in on the fight, and Pays continues to dance on the graves of his enemies.
That handshake.
T1 so far behind where he wants to be in terms of state of the game as Toots tries to step forward, is caught by the chain of corruption and has to flash away. Between worlds he goes, does survive. Encore and bailout exchange on either side, but Pays begins to step forward. Slammed against the wall. Pays is down. Pays is down. A good flash out from Ona, but he's still taken, and it has not been clean. And Furia are here to clean up. Faker flashes the wall, but you've got 4 members of Furia hoping that you fall. They'll make it sure. Furia with an ace. The possibility of a bailout. Drake begun. Gigo going to pull it down towards the bottom side, stacking up his Gnar bar on it. Beat drop from Jojo, doesn't connect onto Carrier, who's trying to sidestep, and there's the Fate's Call being used. The Weaver's Wall for a separation. Bolt Breaker and Cease and Desist across the wall here by Ona, and T1 have done a great job of making sure Furia can't all group up, but here come the dogs. Tartu on the chase, onto Doran. A bailout on him won't bring him back. There's no one low enough for him to get the assist on. Pays now stepping forward. The dive in from Gigo. Pays with the cleanse with a second. Owner there as well with the Guardian Angel on his shoulders. Will.
Let's see what they can do around this Baron.
Faker gets the seismic shove. There's the cease and desist immediately as well as Tuts tries to get out, but he's dead before he can dash away with that ultimate. And with another seismic shove, the Reds...
They might lose this one before they clutch up and win it. TP way down bot lane as T1 just pushes up the front door.
In shadow there for the shield as well. They'll turn on to Owner. A 3-man charm immediately. Mercurialed away by Pays. Furia will lose their inhibitor. Gigo almost had the flank position. Tuts does. He's spotted. The Gnar back onto Faker, but now Gigo's behind enemy lines. A good hostile takeover as Faker's able to survive. Tatu exhausted. Shove back with the seismic shove. And just like that, T1 flipped the switch. They flipped the story from what can Furia do to will T1 allow it. A handshake is all Furia will get out of this MSI as T1 are done. 3-0 on the day. Not as clean as they'd like, but still they remain victorious.
Still counts. 3-0 yet.
Anything I'd want to glean out of this series, because we kind of talked about it, but I believe it was you, Dracos, who said, like, I'm not sure. I think the same criticisms that people were like casting at T1 after the BLG series are going to be exactly the same, especially considering this last game. However,